Bossip is kind of legend. They're like OGs in whole internet culture. Kim Kardashian got her start on Bossip. So one day, Jamarlin invited me to come down to Florida to hang out with him on his. He has this little boat. It wasn't like a big yacht. It was like a little boat, and he wanted to go out and go fishing. And of course, I ruined it because I got sick and I threw up on the side of the boat. That's kind of funny. I should have known that because I did the same thing with the airplane. So I didn't know. I guess you don't want to be like the guy who has the motion sickness, but I guess I'm that guy. But anyway, so I was intrigued to go and meet with Jamarlin because I respect him, and for many years it just looked like Bossip just had the keys to everything. That they were printing money. I mean, it was wild, and they were making I think as much as $20 million a year. And he told me how in the beginning Kim Kardashian would call them every day. And and literally give them stories that they could run, and she would say, "Hey, this lady called me a slut. You should run that as your headline." Like stuff like that. Like she was just real business like about that kind of thing, which you can agree with that or not. But anyway, so one thing that was interesting though was when we talked, and I can't reveal everything because I want to be respectful, but it was like once he told me about the drama behind the scenes of like the difficult things they had to overcome and the things that went wrong for them, and we started comparing notes because I was like, yeah, man, I saw you for all those years. I was like, wow, these guys are really killing it. It was like it wasn't that great. It got pretty bad, like to the point where I wanted to get out of this stuff. And by the time he told me all the stories, I was like, "Whoa, I would have left too." That's it. How did you survive all that? And so what I'm saying is, most things that look perfect on the outside, it usually ain't what you think it is. You got to be careful about getting caught up in a fantasy, right? I mean, a beautiful fantasy will make you feel good, make you feel like the world is perfect, but I think it's better to find a way to really feel blessed by your own reality. Like count your blessings first. Sit down and think about all the things you've accomplished, the things you've overcome, the good things that are in your life, before you get to the point where you start looking at what he got and she got and what they're doing and how great their relationship is and all that. Just know, 9 times out of 10, the struggle is real for everybody. Everybody has struggles that you will never know about. I have struggle. There's stuff that I'm like, oh man, this is hard. This is stressing me out. We failed. This isn't working. So I don't want to ever contribute to that by letting you on any level ever believe that what I have, what I've done, whatever it is, that's perfect. No, it's not perfect. It's hard, right? So what I would say to you is, be conscious of that so that that doesn't cause you to devalue what you have. It's almost like when they say the teenage girls how they get hit so hard by social media and by media, where they'll show an image of some Photoshop woman who's on Ozempic and who got all these surgeries, and the girls comparing her real self to this fake thing that they put on the cover of a magazine. I say thing because it's not even the real person, right? By the time they get finished Photoshop and everything, it's not a real human anymore. It's a sort of human like, right? So by doing that and being conscious of that, that'll allow you to do the internal work to build and to acquire and to do the things you want to do. The wealth building process is a long, slow process. And here's the thing I also learned too is that when you drill back into your core values of just basic things that will make you great, that usually I find is what puts you on a trajectory to build the kind of life that others look at and have a lot of admiration for.